Hello? Hello? Okay, cool. I think the stream's working at least. The stream is kind of what you expect. It's gonna be just me working on my solo while I'm here. I don't really have much else to do, so this is kind of the best you're gonna get for now. This is very last minute. This stream is extremely last minute if you can't tell. So, let me fix my chat first of all, because I keep forgetting. It never works for some reason. $1 billion company and their live stream chat barely works. Well, actually, I could speak something really stupid, but oh well. Anyway, this is kind of a last minute. This stream is last minute, but in the way of like, I just thought of doing this stream like very last second. So, yeah, as I said, this is gonna be me working on my solo animation. I have been working on the solo. I'm about a minute in. I haven't really been showing much of it beyond like whips, or not even whips, like take over you are not taking they'll find you, Jacko. That is still my collab. Anyway, I also they'll find you is doing well too. But anyway, this is, as I said, the stream is gonna be working on my solo just because I need something to do. It's a Sunday, no one's on, so I might as well like take advantage of it by working a bit on this while at a time. Also, another reason is because I'm at the really boring part of this video where I have to animate because it's mainly gonna be idle, and I just finished all the idle. I just have to get the lip sync, and I haven't done lip sync in I think like a few weeks. So, and my memory is like that of a goldfish. So it's probably the lip sync's probably really shit. It's probably gonna be really shit. But I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna check in the last time I actually did lip sync. Last time I did lip sync was 2 months. Oh god, 2 months ago. This is gonna be very fun because I don't remember how to do lip sync. So we're just gonna say this. My last thing I did with lip sync was like 2 months ago. So hopefully, I still got it. You do lip sync after idle. Usually, yeah, it was the Cave Town one. Usually I do lip sync at like before I finish the idol, but I haven't done it in a while, so I kind of procrastinated on it. So I'm pushing it off. It's on a solo film. A minute of animation is currently done. Well, a minute and six. Wait, actually, I have a hit film file that I'm using. I don't edit hit film, add in After Effects and DaVinci, but I use hit film as like a way to like lay out the idea of what I want. So. Let me look at how much progress I have so far. So far, in terms of animation, I am about... If the pitfall file will load. I am about 1 minute and 12 seconds fully animated. If I'm counting the idle bit, then about 1 minute and 22 seconds. So, I've been doing pretty smooth so far, making progress. Just basically working when I can, which is mainly weekends or just like... It's either during weekends or whenever I need to, or whenever I can. I haven't worked on any collabs either. I should probably get to work on those soon, including my own. I haven't even started on my own. But, I just haven't gone around to it yet. So, I'll eventually get around to actually animating my, my own collab soon. But for right now, I'm just, or working on other collabs in general. But for right now, I'm just doing this. Most hosts know, though, that I'm working on this. So they're very understanding, which is very awesome, though. I'm very happy that, what version of Mind Mirror using? Using public release Mind Mirror community build. I have awful time lit. Dude, me too. There was an entire week, what's that say? This you know, they'll find you. Oh man, I was so excited to work on it. No, this is such a shame. Oh man, I can't believe this. You know what, Jacko, you're so right. Give my part to, actually, I can't make those jokes that we're on stream. Anyway. So I have very bad time blindness. Like, there was a whole, like, there are multiple times where I'll just be on my phone, and I'll look, and it's like 9 p.m., and I'm like, shoot, I got no progress. I got no time to work, so I kind of just start working as quick as I can. And usually it's still work, being, like, looking very rushed. So I'm trying not to do that. This stream's kind of my way of not doing that, because if I have eyes on me, it might help me, like, concentrate better. That's my theory, at least. My theory is like if I start a stream and more importantly eyes are on me to actually work, I'll work. So I'm testing my little game theory right now to see if that will do anything. Anyway, enough yapping. I need to get started. Yeah, as you see, I haven't done lip sync in a while, so lip sync's kind of eh. Also, yeah, this is my first solo as a human solo. A lot of people, some people like I know no one expected like I do a FNAF solo as my first one, which I mean is fair. I would love to. I have a few FNAF solos in mind, but I wanted to do a human solo just because like I like human animation more. Not that I don't like FNAF. I love still doing FNAF animations. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I go on my phone until it's 11 at night. Literally, yeah, literally is like that. It's literally like that. So I have to like keep myself at work. I was looking expecting this is cool in my opinion. Yeah, that's kind of why I thought it just a human solo as my first ever solo would be like a neat start. My first solo was actually the first solo I actually worked on and actually got pretty good progress on was actually a FNAF solo. As Anime in the Monster of My Bed by Aviators. And I was actually pretty far into it. I got pretty far into it. And then what happened was back in 2020 my computer corrupted and I lost all the files. The only things I recovered were old shut up Jacko. The only things I was able to recover was the actual exports and all the passes I had made. Other than that though, everything else is completely gone. I just don't have it. I just don't have it. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see my first ever FNAF solo? Or you want to see my first ever solo that I never finished because my After Effects, my computer died? Because I still have it. It's all in my, like, files. Okay. I'll show that and I'll show a whip for another solo I never finished either. Let me find it. It's buried deep in my files somewhere, so I don't really know where exactly I left it. I found it. I also have to look for which one is the most up-to-date whip, because some of these whips are really out of date. I'm assuming this is it. Progress so far, 2. Okay. Alright, found it. Now, it's in 60 FPS, but the actual resolution says, like, it's in 60 FPS, but the stream's only like 24 or 30 FPS. I don't remember what exactly. So I'm gonna change this to media player. If I find it, because for some reason my computer is not recognizing it. I'll just do my entire screen just because I don't really know why it's not working. No, not window. Why is there 2 captures? I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why it's set up my thing set up, but this is being weird right now. Alright. You should be able to see this now. I'm gonna delete this. I don't need this Windows capture. Anyway, this is the first solo I attempted to do all the way back in 2020 before my computer died. So please enjoy. Probably the worst thing ever because it's not very good because I was still very bad at animation at the time. So pretty quiet. Y'all can hear it well, right? Y'all can hear this, right? As you can see, already from like the first frame, it's already a masterpiece. Everyone, yeah, the intro is so epic. I actually animated that intro in After Effects because I thought this was so cool. I was so proud of this intro. I mean, I would do something like it again. It's just I don't really do intros like this anymore. We're not in 2015. It's not really a thing. Yeah, I'm on Son of My Bed. Never do it again. Peak. Okay, fuck you, Jacko. Anyway, I was again pretty far into it. I was about a minute 51 seconds into it. But anyway, here it is. My first solo, and I never finished because computer died on me. I remember I was gonna redo this scene because I didn't think it was that good. Even at the time, I thought it was not that good, so I was planning to redo it. It's so fire, bro. TS so fire, bro. Oh shit! Give me back to my. Give me back to my. Okay, sorry about that. as you can see, absolute fire. When's the remake? Tomorrow. Piss off. Let me. Okay, I'm really bad at this. Hold it right now. He tries to say, close your eyes and they go away. So we lock me in as the night begins. This is so deep. I see the teeth behind the smile. I remember being so proud of this shot. This shot with Ahmed, I was really happy with it. I'm not alone. I was great at lighting it though. What do not lie to me and say you fuck with this. Don't even lie. Don't even lie right now. This is straight poop for a butt, bro. There was no vision. I came up with the scene the day I made it. I did not plan any of this. This is before I actually planned out anything. That was all I had. And then right after I finished the scene, my computer died and I lost all the project files. So I could not continue it and I was too demotivated to continue it. This one inspired me back in 20. Y'all are lying. Y'all are just straight up lying at this point. That is straight up a lie. I remember the only scene I actually was pretty happy with in this video, because I know a lot of this I was going to polish up later on. What do you mean would? Was this shot, was this scene. I was really happy with how this one turned out. There was, I remember this shot, this scene. I tried getting into a collab with this scene, and I didn't get in. I wonder why, but that made me upset. Also, the weird thing with my lighting is I don't know if I was just lazy, model was broken, I didn't want to deal with it, or I was probably just lazy. But the lighting is so inconsistent because it either goes from like pretty decent, at least for me at the time, to like doo-doo butt. It looks like doo-doo butt like this. I don't know if it's because like I was either too lazy to rescale models, because remember this is still during the era where we had to rescale models. So, but I just didn't do it back then. Oh no, there were scenes where I just didn't do it, and I think I just straight up gave up and just was really lazy with some lighting. Because like something lighting like this actually looked pretty fine, but then hello there. But then you go to like here and like the second scene, like the scene right after, and it looked like this. It looked like 1 point light. So there's just probably times where I was somewhat trying with lighting, and then times where I was just straight up garbage. There's also a point where I stopped working on it for a bit. Where I stopped working on this for a bit, and you can kind of tell with this, there's a little bit of improvement because there's like more dynamic cameras. There's a little bit more dynamic cameras, more dynamic movement. I say that with like massive quotation marks. Like you started seeing improvement around this time, but again, computer broke, so I lost all of it, and I never really went anywhere. There are a few more solos, actually, that I started, but either I didn't get that far into it, or that I scrapped, or I lost them. This one... Ow. This one was going to be the song West for the Wicked... Wait. Rest for the Wicked, that's what it is. This is going to be a solo I was doing of West for the Wicked. And unfortunately, I never finished it. Though this is a song I do really want to return to. Really want to return to at some point. Because I do want to end. I still remember everything. Yo, man, I didn't know you knew ball. I didn't know you had ball knowledge like that. I didn't know you had ball knowledge. But anyway, I am a big Caged Elephant fan. There's a lot of songs for them I've wanted to anime at some point. But I haven't gone around to. This song, I want to come back to eventually. Because it was going to be a solo. Another human solo, actually. But I think at the time, I just didn't have the confidence, or I just couldn't get myself to work on it more, because I just knew, I think at the time, I didn't know I can get the vision I wanted originally. So this kind of just ended up getting thrown to the wayside, which is a bit upsetting. Though at some point, I will come back and animate this song, because I still know exactly what I wanted to do for it. I still remember every single like story beat in the video. So I might come back and do it, but so far this is the only scene I actually had done. God, it's loud. I only had this done so far. I only had this scene done. I only had this, unfortunately. Though, again, just like that, there will probably be a point where I'll come back to it. Because, again, it's a banger. It's a banger song. I'd love to animate it. I'd love to animate it. Why are you promoting my stream? It's a banger song. I want to animate it again at some point. But, I'll do it either after I finish this or I feel like I'm ready for it. Actually, no. Compared to that solo is probably way easier to do than the one I'm currently doing. So I do definitely probably have the skill for it now. It's just I don't have the time for it at the moment, though. At some point I will come back to it. There was also I was getting anime Fireflies. That was another one. If I can find it, I don't know if I even have the file anymore. Let me check if I still have the files actually. No, that's my old short that I didn't finish, but I didn't actually post it for some reason because I'm stupid. I was doing a solo of Fireflies that I also ran into the same issue of where I just didn't think I didn't think I had the skill for it. A lot of my solos during this time got canceled purely because I just didn't think I had the capability or skill for it. So they kind of just ended up being like thrown out last minute, which is again upsetting, but what can you do? Again, also though with just like with the West for the Wicked, I do plan to animate it too. Though it most likely won't be a solo, it'll probably just be a short. It probably will be a short, but I don't know whenever I get to it. Now there's another solo. I just remembered my first solo wasn't actually Monster Under My Bed. It was actually Stressed Out by 21 Pilots, and that one's actually up on my channel. The only reason I didn't finish that is I lost motivation, and I think you can definitely tell after a certain point in the video when I stopped caring because it got really bad. I'm gonna see if I find Fireflies though, because that's definitely one of them. And also I can't even return to Stress Out anyway because again same problem, lost all the files. So let me see if I still have Fireflies because I had a set done and I had a single scene animated, and that's not really saying much because that scene was kind of just idle. It was literally just like camera movement, so it wasn't really anything big. I didn't really have much on it. I'm trying to see if I still have it because I know I do have it, but just I don't remember what I called it or where I put it exactly. It was in 2021 I did it. Where is it? Just look up F because I'm pretty sure it was probably just labeled something Fireflies. It is Fireflies. It probably has an F in it somewhere. So I'll just. There's so many unfinished things I never did that I wish I could have. I wish I could do, or I wish I did finish because there's songs I still really want to animate to this day, but I either just don't have the time for it or I don't have all the assets that I need for it. Let me see if I'm trying to find the Fireflies one though because I know I definitely still have that. The issue is I just don't know where I put the file exactly. Unless it's on my old laptop and I didn't transfer it over, which definitely is a possibility. Maybe there's a chance it's just sitting on my laptop and I just never transferred any files. Where is it? No, it's definitely not it. All I remember is that a shot of a house. That's all I remember it had. Maybe it's in my documents, actually. Alright. Nope, nothing there. Yeah, so that one's gone. And that one, I don't know where it went. It's probably somewhere in my like old laptop. I might look through that right now. And I know for a fact that Stressed Out is on my channel if you want to watch that. You definitely know it's not great. You'll definitely notice it's not great. I'll play it on stream if you haven't, because this was before like I got like any amount of recognition for my work. That sounds like an ego stroke, but it's like just before anyone really like paid attention to anything I did. So it's just not really, no one really paid attention to me. So no one, I don't think much people saw it. Only 240 views even to this day. This is no longer in production. God, I was actually back then. I don't know, just me. Well, let me set myself to disturb. I don't want people messaging me on my stream. This is what I had of it so far. I thought this was tough. Let's push it into 250. This video was tough back then. I had a lot. Yeah, because I knew about you, Eric. You like long before like you to where you are now. Bro liked his own video. I do all my videos. Shut up. I like my work. Dude, this video is tough. This video is so tough. There's actually live streams of me working on it too. W Watermark, I know. I was working on this even, there's actually a live streams of me working on this. Yeah, one of my first collab parts. Yeah, because I'm a baller like that. I'm a baller like that, so I just have it on me. Anyway, I want you guys to look at this and tell me where's the part where I stopped trying. Tell me when I stopped trying on it, because it's kind of hard to tell. I was putting out some bullshit, bro. Dude, this video's tough, bro. Look at the lighting, bro. On par. This is like on par with like, I don't know, anima lighting, bro. You have no idea. I remember being really proud of that set. Hit that micro. Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, never sell out of it. I probably only sell one. This video's aura. Yeah, remix. I used some fucking remix motivation. Yeah, I very much. There's one thing that I had an issue with back then. I still kind of do is I can't spell for shit. I didn't even credit the remix. I didn't even. It was like some 21 Pilots trap remix that I thought went really hard, so I wanted to animate it. And oh my god, do be assured though, if I do come back to this song and if I ever animate the song again, it'll most likely be the original because this remake fucking sucks. I think it sucks now. So I definitely will not use the remix anymore if I was to come back and animate this song. Motivation. Yeah, because I was motivated on working on some mid, bro. But yeah, after a point, I didn't really try on it. So, and then after like a couple of years of not doing. Shut the fuck up, Jacko. Stop messaging me about my shitty spelling. Get out of my DMs. Anyway, so after like 3 years of not attempting a solo, or no, more like 2. After 4 to 5 years of not attempting a solo, I'm back and I'm animating a Stressed Out Trap remix. That's literally what it was, though. It literally was a Stressed Out Trap remix. I remember that like to the T. To the T, I remember that's what it was. Motivate. I'm going to slit your throat. Actually, I shouldn't be threatening. I shouldn't be threatening people on stream. I'll get my channel terminated. Anyway, so I plan on. So now, after like 4 years of not doing a solo, this is my answer to that. I will now be actually doing a solo again. I'm going to be attempting another solo after way too long. And yo, ban this. What are you talking about? I'm about a minute in. I could probably show. Y'all want to see an exclusive like preview of the solo so far? Y'all want to see the solo so far? I never actually shown it off publicly yet. It's only been like in a few collabs when I need to show that I'm working on something else or like friend servers. I've never actually shown the entire thing. But alright, let me just run out this whip. Let me just render out this real fast. Now let me boot up HipFilm. I'm sending my thing back to Windows, so I don't really know what's on my computer at the moment. I'm hiding nefarious items on my computer. Definitely. Right, let me find the temp edit. For reason why I'm using HipFilm instead of After Effects, which I've publicly stated I've used. HipFilm is my like temporary editor, and by that I mean it's what I edit videos in, like when I just need a quick like whip of what I'm doing. If I need to edit something really fast, I'll just do it in HipFilm, but if I need to, when I'm doing a final edit, I do it in After Effects. So that's why I'm using HipFilm for this instead of After Effects, because it's my temporary editor. Don't show them. Okay. You know, y'all didn't say anymore. Jacko said, Jacko said he doesn't want you seeing it. So no more whips. No more whips for you guys. Boohoo. Blame Jacko. You can throw tomatoes at his house. His address is. Throw tomatoes at his house, by the way. He deserves it. Anyway, wait, I forgot my thing. Let me pull this up again. Anyway, wait, let me go back to the stream. Anyway, here's the solo so far. I'm about a minute in, or almost a minute in. W gatekeeping. Mainly just gonna show because I want like public opinion real fast. There is maybe one shot in this video. Hey, there's gonna be like one shot in this video that I'm going to be probably remaking if I think of a better idea. But right now, it's pretty much set in stone. A lot of this is pretty much set in stone. So, here it is. Oh shit, that texture got broken. I'll fix that later. That map so and Jackie's drawing that map for BS and studying it. It wasn't that big of a set redo. This thing took like a week. I paid these walk cycles. I figured out how to do walk cycles in that game. That radio is by Magma. She provided the radio for us, so that's helpful. This thing's getting redone probably if I think of a better idea. Anyway, that's my solo so far. So far this scene's being animated. This scene's the one I'm dreading, not because it's hard, but just because it's really boring. It's mostly idle movement with lip sync, and I don't know how much of I can handle that before I fall asleep. So these scenes, even then, they're gonna be the quickest scenes to animate. So I'm probably not gonna out as quick as I can. I'll get this. The only reason I'm dreading it is because it's not even just this scene. If it was this scene, I'd be more comfortable with it. This entire section is mostly going to be this. So, that's why I'm kind of dreading it. Animation style, please. Let me just put keyframes down. That's my method. This entire audio, because what I did is I snipped this video up into 4 different sections, just so it's like easier for me to manage it. I have section 1, which is done, section 2, section 3, and section 4. These ones are gonna be. This is actually gonna be the interesting one. Actually, I'm kind of excited to do section 3. Section 4 is gonna be whatever. And this is, well, I already have that plan, but it's gonna be like just not really that interesting. This is gonna be the boring as fuck one. I'm not really happy with doing this, but I have to push through because I want to get this done. Character talking slop, talk to the camera slop. Yeah, this is gonna be the camera slop scene. This is gonna be like the 2015 FNAF animator slop. Sorry. But anyway, this scene's gonna be the one I'm gonna be working on most of streams because I want to get as much of that done as I can. Gabriel's pretty much done animated. I just need to animate his lip sync and then Mina because there's an idea or there's a scene in the original music video. I'm gonna turn on my entire screen real fast, but there is a scene in the original San Francisco music video where I'm trying to find it. Oh, how convenient. There's a scene in the original San Francisco music video that I really like. I think it's a really interesting scene. So I'm going to try recreating it. But what I had in mind was, hold up. It's basically going to be like this, where there's like the character's talking, but there's like a projector in front of them. And what I was going to do is I was going to animate another character. I should probably move the camera actually, but I'll move it to the side. I was going to have another character that's going to be on the projection, like talking to the other person through that projector, like through that light. The only problem is that MineEmitter, there's a very crucial thing that I need that MineEmitter doesn't fucking have, and it's video sequences. We don't have video sequences yet. Not even in the early birds we have that. Not even the community build dev builds, which I have. We don't have video. We don't have video sequences yet. So there's two ways I thought of it. I either brute force and manually swap in every single PNG, which will take me way too long, but thankfully there's like multiple image importing, so that might save me some time. Still not gonna enjoy. Still not gonna enjoy it, but best I got. Or alternatively, the fun option or funner option, if depending on how I see it, I'll basically render out Gabriel, the set, and Mina separately, and then reproject it in After Effects, and then basically fake a projection in After Effects. I don't have the skill to do that though. I'm decent at After Effects, but I don't think I'm not that good enough to do that sort of thing. So I'm gonna figure it out as I go. But in the meantime, that's basically how I'm gonna that's how that scene's gonna go. I'll figure it out more, but for right now, my main thing is just to animate the video. It's just animate the shots and then figure out how to edit them later. What video sequences doesn't know the programs? I meant more like, what I meant is like PNG, like images that are set into a sprite, that are turned into a sprite sheet. I have a few of them saved over that I can show. I actually did it for Quiet Please, for instance. For the scene with Craze, I rendered out her shots separately. I rendered them out as PNGs with transparent background, no effects either, and then just sort of just put those into the and then just edit these together. Oh, that's no wonder that was not working in editing. But no, that's basically what they are, and unfortunately, you can't really do that. You can't, and in other editing programs, smart editing or other smart programs, you can actually recombine these into a single video that the program will read and play out the tempo of the animation of the these are going to be read out by the program, converted back into a video, and then play at the FPS of the video. Unfortunately, MineEmitter is stupid, or we just don't have that feature. So I have to reconstruct every bit of this manually. I wish it had that, but unfortunately, no, it doesn't. So I'm gonna have to I'll figure it out more as I work on the video, but it's probably gonna be, I'm either gonna do the After Effects method or I'm gonna do the manual method. Both of which aren't very fun because they aren't really anything that's kind of out of my skill, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I've been streaming for like 30 minutes. I barely animate anything, so I might as well get back to work. I might suck to use Blender. Okay, Janik. I'm not... Dude, when I sent a whip of me working on the house for this, because, the house in that video was actually made by me. I modeled the... let me actually open up the model bench file. I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. I'll get back to work soon, but... the house that I used in the outside was actually made by me. Because I don't make sets very often. Ever. I actually don't make sets ever, honestly. But... this was a house set that I made for the solo. It wasn't fully done by me. Crusacian, very talented modeler, helped me a bit. He modeled this like water hose. He modeled, what else he modeled? He modeled this mailbox. He modeled the girders. No, the gutters. He modeled the gutters up here. But that's pretty much all he did. And he also textured those two. But the rest of this is all done by me. Even the texture. I actually did texturing. I textured the bricks. I textured these wood. Actually, no. These wood panels are also done by me. But Jaxie wanted to retexture them. He wanted to do a different idea where they're more wood. So they're still my textures. They're just recolored. They're still my textures, though. But everything else in this is fully done by me. So... all my sets are done in my right. Yeah, same here. This is my first, Eric. Same here. This is my first model bench set in like 4 years. I haven't modeled an actual model bench set in eons. There's that, and there's also the inside of the house too, which is also done by me with help from Jackson as well. I did everything, but he wanted to redo the layout, like just update the layout a bit. So that's why while there is some external help on this video, pretty much like I'd say 70 to 80% of this set was done by me. So you can rest easy knowing that at least that I still did most of the work. Anyway, now that I think I have talked about everything I need to, I will actually get started to animate the video. Let me get my music. I'll actually get started to animate the video with Anyway, now I just need to. Most I'm gonna do is just animate Gabriel's face, lip sync, and then maybe start Amina. It depends on how not exhausted I am. This is kind of the boring part. Well, no, I like to lip sync. It's just, I haven't done it in a while, so I just haven't done lip sync in a while, so this is, I don't know how good this is gonna turn out. Plus, I commented, I just noticed you joined. Do you have any public? Do you have any public rigs? I actually do, but they're in Super Bowl. I made a public version of my rig that is in Super Bowl, but I don't know where I can post it outside of that, so it's kind of just gonna stay there. I'm gonna go now. All right, thanks, Magma. Thanks for the cards. It's definitely somewhere. I just don't really. It's somewhere in there. I just don't really have a place to put it or post it. Gabriel's like chin hair has like a weird like position issue, but I haven't really gotten around to fixing it yet, so it's kind of just prevalent on every single scene. But I'll fix it eventually. I'm just lazy. I'm just a little lazy and don't really feel like swapping out the model, so I'm swapping out a bunch of like constraint properties. So maybe I'll do it another time. Who knows?
San Francisco. San Fran. San Fran. San Fran. San Fran. Francisco. Cisco.
Hello.
Go. Cisco. 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 Cisco.
thing I usually do with lip sync.
Francisco. I left my love in San Francisco.
Okay, at least I still somewhat know how to do lip sync. Oh, they'll find you. My collab. They'll find you doing pretty well. So far so far 3 people are done, which is pretty epic. And a lot of people are getting good work in. Are getting their work in so far, so that's pretty neat. That's the progress for, thank you. So far so good with the collab. Doing like, yeah, no one's working. He's like, yeah, no one's working like you, Jacko. Get back to work. Get back to work on your part, boy. Yeah, nothing work. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, like 1 second. We're all bums. That's just you, bro. Eric's actually doing the part. Yeah, unlike Jacko, everyone's actually getting pretty good work in. So I think they'll find you. I can't really give an with who said I haven't been working. You, bro.
I left my love. My love in San Francisco.
I already got some. There's already a lot of backups. I'm sorry. There's already like 10 that I have on backup. So hold your horses. San Francisco. Francisco. I don't really speak other languages. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
So I made this a bit slower. It was way too quick. No, but hi Frosty. Frosty, I miss you, bro. Where are you? Actually, I know where you are. You're making Minecraft mods. Just don't get back to work. Get back to work on your animations. I miss you. Time for extra lip detail because I like doing that. Thanks, Eric. The only reason I started putting more effort into my lip sync was more like general facial movement was because of Eric, because the way he animates faces is really good. So I started using that as like a frame reference for me, and it started like really improving my lip sync more. So
I left my love in San Francisco.
should low but instead of touching grass or vacation, I code instead. Well, loser. Well, loser. Stop having other hobbies. Anime for the rest of your life until your fingers fall off. Alright.
My love in San Francisco.
This is why the camera isn't moving, also, mainly because it's a style thing, but also because I'm still unsure of how I'm gonna actually work this scene. So I'm still debating if I should have the camera at least move somewhat or not. I'm probably gonna have it like tilt a bit, like when the other monitor comes up, or when the other like light comes up. Like that. I like little camera tilts, they look nice. Actually, since the camera's much apart, just do this.
I left my love in San Francisco. San Francisco.
Alright, now onto the face. And I feel like Gabriel's pretty much done. I should make it blink because blinking is very important to animation.
I left my love and I left my love. I left my love.
So curious, what are you using? Somebody upskilled? No, I'm using just public release community builds. I have access to the early birds and stuff. I've said it before, like in calls sometimes, but the only reason I have the public, I have like the new like community build stuff with volumetrics and shit. The only reason why I don't use it is because I feel it's a little unfair, considering the fact it still isn't out, and also because they're a little unstable at the moment. It feels a bit wrong, and also just a bit like less efficient to use a version of Minimator that's not even finished yet as your main. The only time I've actually used the new version of Minimator in my new stuff was Yatavas, because there was a mirror scene and Minimator is getting planar reflections, or that version of Minimator has planar reflections. So I used it so I can get this like mirror. I used it for this mirror effect here. That's like the only time I've used Simply Upscaled, or no, not Simply Upscaled. Any of the early birds in Simply Upscaled public though. Yeah, I know, but just like it's missing a few features that I kind of need. It's missing a lot of features that I usually rely on, and also it's alright. It doesn't really fit like my needs like Community Build does. So a lot of so for all my shorts, I use the version of Community Build that's currently for the public. Or that's gonna be how it's gonna be until eventually the new builds came out, which I can't really give an answer as to when that comes out. So, hi Evan. So until then, all my videos are gonna be done in public release Minimator. Trust me, I don't blame you. I would really like them now, but unfortunately, I'm not Swoop. So. And unfortunately, they're private till then. So, yeah, you're gonna have to get used to that till it's eventually out. Which, again, I don't know when that's gonna
San Francisco. Go.
be. Screen used to blink. CPS. Lego was just car rely on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need. Which also, just like what I mentioned earlier, I'm probably gonna need gobos if I do decide to do this. The fact I want to do a mind emitter for this scene. So, and also gobos I rely on a lot for like specific light shapes. So it doesn't have that. Oh, also, I still think the light linking system they have is kind of shit. I don't like their light linking system. It's really confusing and also just doesn't really work that well, at least in my experience. So I just stick to community build just because it's way more rudimentary. It's just much more rudimentary and I understand it a lot better. And also it provides the same results. Like, I've used Simply Upscaled. It's really good. I like what it adds. Specifically, the new render engine is fire. But, I don't know, just the actual functionality of it just doesn't really hook me. Or just the way it works right now just doesn't hook me. And also because it's my friend, so I'm going to use his program to support him. If y'all want to get access to the builds whenever they come out, because even for us, builds, like, public release builds are very inconsistent. You can support him. You can support on Patreon. He has a Patreon where he's uploading the builds. I don't know how much longer that's going to be, or how many more people are going to support it for much longer, because, like, builds, again, are extremely infrequent. But if you really feel like supporting him, and you have the money for it, then it's best to... then you should throw him some money and support him, because he needs it. Until then, though, even though I have it, I'm just going to stick to the early birds that are currently out, just because I like them more. Or I'm just going to stick to public release miners, because, like, I like them more.
My love in San Francisco.
His eyes went down too much. It's not that I don't use the early birds either. I've used them a few. I actually was using one of them earlier today, because assessing an idea that I had, and sorry, release. I don't really need to like hide it. Vertex building, or more something like traditional modeling, where you don't really need to, where I don't have to do like taper like I did here with a bunch of bends. I was testing out because I was remaking Mina. In a case where, let's say, I'm still working on this, and Mindbreaker Amiibo actually comes out by the time I finish animation, at least, then I can just swap out the model. So far, it's pretty good. I've done build some really cool stuff with it, but I'm not gonna show it yet. I'll show it when I want to, but until then, I do use the community builds every now and then. Or I do use the early birds of community builds sometimes, just not that often. I use them like every now and then. I just use them every now and then. So yeah, they're not my main until they're out, until they're done. Anyway, on to the eyebrows.
I left my love. My love. I left my love. I left my. I left my love. San Francisco.
Why did eyelids go up so high? I didn't remember why did I do that? I just realized that.
San Francisco. San Francisco. San Francisco. San Francisco. San Francisco.
Also, this is the me animation. I have to include back somewhere. Back transition will show up at least once or twice in this video. Or show up once or twice in this scene.
In San Francisco. San Francisco.
Alright, move guys. Something I've actually grown a fondness for recently is animating eyes, or irises specifically. First smiling picture. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, hi, Josh Craft. Yeah, pretty much. Now no one can say anything about optimizing. Well, then again, I can't really talk because the models I've done so far are not very optimized, but I'm still getting used to the program, so I have a little bit of excuse. Until then, my models run. Well, those models run. I don't actually know how well they run, or at least in animation, but they seem to run pretty well, at least on my end. So, who knows? We'll see. Anyway, something I've gained a lot more of a fondness for is animating irises. I don't know why, but just like, they're very fun to animate. I like adding little details to them. Like, something I'll do, I got this from a Kazukocha video, or Kate if you don't know them. Oh, you're probably a newer person if you don't really know who Kazukocha is. But there was a video he uploaded a while ago that he like taught how to animate eyes, and ever since he uploaded it, hell yeah, Eric knows ball knowledge. But anyway, ever since that video was uploaded, I've actually been using that video. That video has pretty much been my frame of reference for how I animate eyes. It's why, like, for example, my eyes whenever they blink is like just a back transition because I got that from Cade. His videos have been one of the things that have helped me learn a lot about animation. I learned a lot about animation from Cade, so... The back transition, Mike Prince. Hi, comic. What's a tutorial one, Brendan? I can do one right now, actually. But y'all want to watch that tutorial like right now? I'm not really doing much else other than we should all do not do that. I will block every single person who DMs me in this instant. But anyway, do y'all want to walk cycle tutorial? I can literally do one like right now.
I left my love in San Francisco.
I'll at least fish anime in the shot anyway. But yeah, something I like doing is I like animating these little like very very subtle eye darts for whenever the character moves, like whenever the character's actually like looking around.
I left my love in San
I think I made okay. I'm gonna redo some of it because I feel like I had too many. I did too many. Even if I like doing them, there are times where I go a bit overboard and I do like there's like 5 million eye movements. Like there's a lot of eye movements that kind of just like seem so boring. You gotta animate something different. Yeah, literally. I can only animate eye dart for so long before I feel like going to sleep. So
I left my
that's better.
love in San Francisco.
But yeah, that was Gabriel's pretty much done now. I like doing these little art darts. Actually, what if I'm gonna do something a little subtle.
Francisco.
Let me do something a little bit more subtle, where like when the light turns on, his eyes like shrink down a bit. I also could do it, take it a step further and have like the eyes like squint.
Francisco. Francisco. Francisco.
All right, let me take a look, Eric. Ooh, Eric, you're doing a really good job. I like that so far. I see what you're doing. It's looking good. Anyway, onto that walk side of the tour, right? Just import a Steve. It's the quickest way to do it. I just set up a folder. This will be the move. This will be the move part, and this will be the base. Now, this would probably be different whenever you actually move like a model, but what I usually do. What's in the render settings? What do you mean? Forget it. What's it? Just a bunch of render settings I've had left over. These either are like random render settings I made, like my friends' render settings, mostly just render settings I've gotten from my friends. Because sometimes I kind of just, if I ever like use someone's project, I'll kind of just yoink their render settings. Not because I don't really need them. I have my own render settings. It's more just like, for why not sake, just to have them in case I ever need to mess with someone's projects, or if I'm rendering something and I want to adjust something. If let's say I'm rendering out a project, I adjust something on that project, and I want to reuse the adjustments onto the other projects I have to render for them, then I'll just save the settings. That's pretty much how I work. Anyway, let me turn on my tempo. I'll do 30. So for walking, I usually start off with moving the base a little bit down. I put this leg out forward, and then this leg in the back, though more bent, like that. I'll go 5 frames forward. This could be, I'll do like just 5 frames. I'll do 15 frames for this like first step, because it's just a slow walk. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Move this down, move it up for the up, and then copy this keyframe, move that down. Although what I will probably do is, actually, now that I know IK, now that I know how to do IK walks, I'll probably do it. Actually, nah, I'll just do FK. If you want an IK walk, I can show that another time. But right now, I'm just gonna do a simple one with FK. Move this, make this into a bend pose, so it's more like it's touching the ground. Put that there. Make this in the middle and move it like that. And then I copy the other keyframe. Since we're doing an FK walk, I can just do this. I'll copy this one and then move it there. So you have like, you have the first, you have the down, up, and then back down. I'm probably gonna move this a bit more forward though, like that. Like that. And then I'll take this other keyframe and paste it there. Then what I'll do is, this is kind of just a random keyframe. I thought that I actually did do FK walks for a very long time. Like my method for a lot of walks during like a lot of the start was FK, and that's not even by choice. It's not even because I'm forced to, because like I have IK. It's just something I kind of preferred for a long time. And then for the solo, I actually learned how to animate. I actually figured out how to animate walks with FK, with IK. So I'm probably gonna use IK more for walks now because it's just better. Is IK better than FK? For legs, 100%, because it's kind of needed for legs. Arms, I would not really recommend for animating legs very often. The only time I'd recommend animating arms in IK is if you need to. If, like, let's say a character's gripping onto something. Like, actually, I'll pull up one of the shots here as an example. Scene 7, right? Yeah. All right. An example I can actually show right now is for when Gabriel's kind of sitting down, his arms are mostly FK. No, his arms are pretty much IK the entire way through, except for here when he actually holds the remote, because that's the part when I can actually like just do standard FK. But for 90% of the time of Gabriel's movements, his arms are fully IK. He's pretty much fully IK'd in this scene because he's not really like moving much. He's literally sitting down. And since his arms are gripping, like, first his thigh, then it's gripping the chair, then it's gripping the sofa, and this arm is mainly just gripping the sofa. I have it IK'd, so I don't have to manually track it a million times, and it just stays in place, because that's what IK is supposed to do. It's supposed to stay in place. So IK is good for gripping stuff, and with that mentality, it's good to use IK very sparingly. Don't use it for everything, because either A, you're a psychopath, or B, your animation is gonna look really like wonky. Most of the time, it's pretty obvious when people use IK for every part of the animation, because because there'll be points where the arm sticks around too much, or like it's very floaty, and it just doesn't really look that good. Yeah, we're gonna high anime, Eric. So usually it's just like you can't compare IK to FK, but things serve a different purpose when you're animating up to you. Yep. Honestly, yeah, it literally just depends on how you're using it, but it just depends on how you do it. But both how do you do a solo project? I don't know, because this is pretty much the first time actually doing it and working on it like strictly. I'm kind of just committing to it and like working on it as much as I can when I can. So that's kind of my mentality with this solo at the moment. Kind of just work on it when I can. Anyway, back to this walk. I kind of forgot we were doing that. Once I animate the first step, since this is sorry, walk. Okay. Yeah. I actually have a close-up of Mina's walk, because that was the first walk I did fully in FK, or no, fully in IK. You could see her hips move, and because of that, the base moves too. It moves right to left, because that's how walks work. So for that, where I need the walk to stay in, where I need her feet to stay in place too, I just animate those in FK, or I kept it in IK, because since FK is good at keeping stuff on the ground, I kept her legs, the legs would stay in place, but the hips would move, because it'd just be more of a dynamic, a more dynamic walk. I'm very bad at I don't talk. I have not talked much at all today, so my English is kind of shit at the moment. Anyway, once I'm done, thank you. Once I do it, since this is a straight walk, I'm going to just literally copy and paste keyframes. And once I do that, with walk. This is a very simple walk, so there's not really any real dynamic stuff. If we can't get away with using it, okay, for everything, I just prefer it. If that's your preferred walk. Yeah, I wouldn't you could use it. I know people like Starlight and Pygem use IK for pretty much everything. Like, they animate their arms in IK fully. And if that's your preferred method, then go off. But I don't really recommend it as someone who's, like, been animating for a while also and knows, like, the benefits between both is usually not worth it. It's usually just better to animate in FK for stuff that isn't sticking to a wall or something. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Just each has their uses. Use them when they're needed to. Otherwise, you're kind of just like making more work for yourself. Anyway, since I'm not doing this walk in IK and I'm doing FK, this is the hard part, or not really the hard part, the more tedious part. I have to manually go through and track. So estimators are good and they're fully IK both times. Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of SFM animators who actually animate their arms mostly in IK. I question them, like, their sanity and how they're doing, but they do it very well. Like, there's some animators that can rock IK, like, really well. For example, Starlight and Pygem are two animators that animate pretty much exclusively in IK, and their work looks fantastic. And they are fantastic animators. So, it really depends on just if you're experienced enough, and I'll just fit your workflow, but I personally just use them depending on how, like what their use case is. If I need something where something sticks, I'll use IK, but if I'm just animating loosely, it's gonna be FK. It can also depend on the character. For example, I prefer animating Kane with IK arms since he stretches so much. Yeah, honestly, it's a good reason. Since, like, I guess I could see it as a good workaround for, like, having to manually stretch everything, which would probably get really tedious over time. I don't know, that's how glitch animators also do when they animate the actual Kane, but I don't know. I'm not a glitch animator, so I wouldn't really know. I wish I was, though. But I don't think they want to hire anyone that has a mostly animator resume. I don't know. Maybe there's some maybe there's some lucky day where they hire me. But for right now, I'm just on my own. Anyway, sorry I didn't really explain anything when doing this walk. I kind of just did it, but that's kind of my method for creating an FK walk. And boom, we have a walk. I did that in like probably 5 minutes, but I don't really know what to explain anymore. I haven't drank anything in a bit, so my throat is kind of sore. But that's pretty much it. Arms are a whole other thing, though. The body and arms are different things. are whole different things because the legs can be pretty repetitive unless you do something really unique like a skip or like a march. Like those would be different leg movements, but the arms you can be really dynamic with. My favorite things to animate are actually arms. Arms are my favorite things to animate. So if there's a chance where I get to be really dynamic with arms, I'll most likely go through with it. Like, let's say your character is like very joyous. You have his arms like sort of like. Let me pause real quick. You can do his arms sort of in like this pose. So it's like he's victorious. He knows what he's got, and he's very happy. He's skipping through the day. There's nothing wrong going on in his day. Now, if you have a character where he's more like zany, you can have his arms very floppy. Though that probably be also a bit of a rig change. If I were to animate a floppy character and like their arms would be very dynamic, I'd probably not limit the X bend so I can bend his arms backwards so I can get some really crazy poses. But again, depends on model and also person. That's how I work instead of animating collab parts. That's how I was working instead of animating collab parts. Or doing studio work, which is what I see you do like 90% of the time. Anyway. I was gonna work on this again. I don't really know what else to say. I'm gonna give myself a drink actually. I'm very thirsty. I'm like 1 second. Wait, what's the one for? OBS changed their like setups. I'm kind of confused on the layout at the moment. There it is. Alright, be back. Also, I don't think I've actually used this BRB screen yet, so this is kind of new for anyone who never actually saw it. Nice. Alright, I'm back. I just want to go get a drink. I got a drink now. I think I'm more ready to actually work now. I was trying to think how I'd actually do this. Actually, I have an idea. I wonder if this is possible. This would be the stupidest workaround ever, but it'd be the most awesome workaround. Nope. Okay, never mind. So not just work like that. Alright. Let me just make another camera. I'll move it back here. Oh, well, I'll use just wood planks. I don't think I need anything too crazy. Let me just put her. So these. Okay, wrong one. I'm just gonna organize this. I forgot to. Since the light turns on here, this can be not this thing like this.
I left my love in San Francisco.
Oh my god, I should have probably done this in another. Ben Fresh did this in another project because it's kind of getting laggy now. I'll just optimize it a bit more. I'll hide her legs and just animate her base.
Francisco.
Push right already.
I left my love in San Francisco. I left my love in San Francisco.
Wait. I'll do a lip sync to start though, just so I don't have to do it later. I'll just pause it real fast too. Her pause doesn't really give me anything crazy. Alright, there you go.
Francisco.
Scale down her teeth, see those teeth way too big. Alright, neat. Sweet. I can't wait to see your finished part. Your part's looking really good so far. Alright. We don't talk about that. Oh, don't worry, I'm scared. Oh, my chest. Quinn does. I know Quinn has when I used it in a collab part. The issue is I think she's asleep right now. The issue is she's asleep right now, so she'll probably get back. She might get back to it after a while. I haven't drank those Gatorade packets since Dominican Republic. Jesus. DMs. I got ping somewhere. Oh. Oh, I see Beamy is also live too. Let's see. Okay, so I'm remembering how to lip sync this thing.
I left my love in San Francisco.
I'm gonna try something as like a quick layout video. Unhide everything. Then I'm gonna add a camera. I'll make this camera very. Either way, for exporting, I'm gonna make this camera a lot lower quality, just cause like I don't really want like insane lag while working. So, 480p it is. Okay. I guess, bro. Two. These are gonna be very low quality just because I need like better performance. So. This projection camera. Just so I can show like how this is gonna work. Basically, I was gonna work with something like this.
In San Francisco. I left my love in San Francisco.
Let me just animate her real fast. Hide that because my computer will die if I have that up more.
Let's go.
Tenor tongue, because like animating these little like these extra movements. They're very much not necessary, but they look nice, so I keep them. Also, something else I like doing is since her head's sort of tilted, I like moving the tongue like to the left too, so like it looks more dynamic.
I left my love in San Francisco.
Let me try just on the regular camera. I should probably lock this camera too on it. Actually, this one is probably the one I can have move since give me the most. It's literally just give me a static view. So this one I'll just have it move very slightly. Too much. The classic, yeah, her classic 1,000-yard stare.
Francisco.
Moves too much.
I left
Small back.
my love in San Francisco. I left my love in San Francisco.
Yeah, this is good. All right. Shoot, I might have to animate these separately. I don't really want to though. Actually, let's do what I usually do for projects that are getting a bit beefy. Save that, delete that. Yes, my American. So I tell you delete down, I meant delete up.
Cisco.
No, she's biting her tongue weird. I need to. Alright. What's your workflow? That's kind of hard to describe. What I usually do though is I first start with the most. Dude, I'm very bad at hair. I don't know why you're asking me. I'm like the worst when it comes to hair. So I am not the right person to be asking us. There's other people who can ask that are much more capable at hair than I am. In terms of my workflow, it mainly starts off by I animate the most important thing first. Like, if let's say a character's arm is moving, I'll animate the arm first, then I'll go on to the rest of the movements after. I mean, yeah, my hair kind of sucks compared to others, so I'm not exactly the guy to go for hair, because I'm not exactly that good at it. I'm not very good at it at all, so. No, 25%. Yeah, well, ask Jackson if I'll get back to you.
Cisco.
Since I don't usually use a lot of transitions anymore, but since these are very slow idle movement, I don't really care. So I'm gonna be using, these are mostly transitions just because I don't think I'm gonna want to animate all this in linear. I think I'd rather die than animate all this in linear. The only things I'll actually animate in linear for this is heads, just because I kind of just prefer animating those in linear. Though, that mainly depends on others, though, because I know some people aren't really used to IK and prefer transition, that's fine. So, if you feel like doing that, that's fine.
Let's go.
How do you make your FNAF models? I don't make FNAF models. The only one I made was a toy model of Mina, but I don't have, I got the breaking news in the background. I don't really model a lot of animatronics. Most of the animatronics I use come from either Jaxi or Ahmed. Usually Jaxi though, because I like his cast and also I worked on it, so. Man, most of them, I don't really, even if you want to know who makes a lot of the models in my videos, go to the description. I credit almost everyone who modeled something in my video, who modeled something that I end up using in my videos. What's your favorite and best transition? Back. I love back transition. It's my favorite transition ever. You think after my 2020 phase where I used back for, or 2019, 2020 phase where I used back for literally everything, it stopped? No, it's still my favorite transition. I'll use it every single chance I get. But in terms of transitions I use the most, it's probably linear. I use linear most of the time for my movements, just because like most of the stuff I animate is pretty fast. So I use linear as a good way to like, kind of as a custom transition because I can morph it into different other transitions. Though I wouldn't really say, it's probably better to learn how transitions work and how easing works in general before you really jump into using linear as a whole, because linear literally is from one point to another. It is as basic as a transition as you can get, but if you play with it right, you can get some really cool stuff with it. But most of the time, I'd recommend people to first learn transitions before attempting to learn linear, because linear is a process in and of itself. Well, linear is a whole process, and I wouldn't really recommend anyone use it prior to like some people believe. I don't really recommend people using it off the out the wazoo, but like it's kind of just like you use it whenever you think works for your stuff. Let's do a different transition. And my goals being weird. Alright. A better animation. Be more consistent with animation. Be more consistent with it. And by that I mean just animate when you can. I'm not really the perfect person like that, so I'm not really like not really good with advice when it comes to animating. I'm not just gonna either say practice either, because that's the most cookie cutter basic statement you can give about animation, so I wouldn't really say just practice and just do anything else. If you want to do more, hold on, Eric missed me. Jesus Christ! Oh my God, Eric, that's beautiful. I'll show that in a second. But what's it? Usually I'd say for. Okay, what's it? Usually what I'd say though, for if you want to get better at animation, watch tutorials. That's what I did when it's a mix of just putting down keyframes, testing out a new thing when I could. Second thing, or just messing with different things, see what they do, watching tutorials and all that jazz. I wouldn't even limit yourself to just your program. Let's say use Blender for instance, and you want to get better at animation. I want to really say just watch Blender tutorials, because animation is a very wide spectrum when it comes to how to do it's just a very it's a big spectrum of different tools that either some programs have or some don't. So I recommend just watching videos, just animation focused in general, not really limited to a program. Someone like Doodly, for instance, which is someone I actually watched for a while that helped me a lot. Their tutorials are not limited to a single program. A lot of them are really just general animation tips. I'd recommend someone like that if you're willing to learn animation. Though if you want to stick to Minimator stuff, there are people like Sharppoint and Cynic that did really good tutorials too. So that's basically what I can say. Mix the cookie cutter statement of practice, and then also just try learning other stuff through watching tutorials, reading, or anything else like that. That's basically all I can recommend, because it's the most I can really say as someone who's definitely not a professional animator, and it's kind of just figuring out stuff as I go, and it's kind of just figuring out stuff when I can. Also, if anyone was making me laugh earlier, Eric, I know where just give me this image. It's true, guys. I kicked out of my own collab. The host of it now is Jacko. I give full ownership to him. He owns the collab now, and I no longer control any bit of it. That's basically how it's gonna go. Sorry, everyone. Actually, I take that back. They'll find just canceled. I canceled the collab just now, because it got stolen from me. I actually did have a collab get stolen from me once. Back in, I'm gonna keep the person who actually did it anonymous, because they're kind of a shitty person. I don't really want to mention them ever. But I was hosting Never Be Alone collab back in 2018. I was hosting Never Be Alone collab back in 2018, and I asked this person, "Hey, can you cut audio for me? Because I need audio cut." They said yeah, and they cut the audio for me. No problem, right? After I got the audio, I worked on the collab for a bit, and I was asking people, and then I don't remember what caused this. I think we were calling that day. I don't even remember what caused this, but it ended up turning into a thing where it's like, wait, what do you mean? I thought we were hosting this together. And I said, no, this was just something, I asked you to just cut audio for me. I didn't ask you to give me oh yeah, character conversation. Those are really good for practice. What's it? He claimed the collab was not my collab, and in fact was theirs. I told him no, and that led to me, I think, leaving the collab, because I was upset because my collab obviously got taken from me, and I never saw that collab again. Actually, I don't remember if it was Never Be Alone collab or an LA Devotee collab. It could have been something else, but that was basically the story of how my a collab that I hosted got taken from me. Not very fun, but I learned a very good lesson that day of cut your own audio. Jack, I can actually DM me who it is, but it's definitely, you definitely will know him. You'll definitely know him because they're kind of infamous. It's not like Jenny Times right through that. If you want an idea, it's like it's someone pretty bad, I will say. But what's it? Moral of the story: cut your own audio. Don't rely too much on others for doing that, unless you know they won't steal your collab. But what's it? My tip, or at least something I learned myself after that experience: get someone else to cut your audio. Either get someone to cut the audio that you actually could trust, or like actually cut your audio yourself, which is what I ended up started doing after I learned about Audacity. After I learned about Audacity, I've cut, for every collab I've hosted, all the audio has been cut by myself. So, yep. Anyway, back to work. Cut it with butter knife. Thank you, Ahmed.
Disco. Disco.
Hello. Let me know. Why is my... Dude, I need to get a new browser at some point. Opera's so laggy. I don't know. I need to get a new... I need to switch over to a new one eventually. Eric and Jasper in the call right now. Am I joining them? I'm not sure though. I'm not sure how I feel about being streamed, so I'm probably not. What is going on my oh my god, I hate Opera. I need to move, but I just haven't found an alternative yet. My thing is lagging from literally nothing. I hate it. I can't even reload the damn page. I don't think it's my Wi-Fi either. My Wi-Fi's good. Just gonna restart the tab. I'm just gonna see if I can reload the I'm gonna reload the stream page, see if that fixes anything. Alright, cool. Oh, well, Google Chrome, too much RAM. I'm not using all that RAM for it. Wow, Eric, so you hate your friends, you hate me, and you hate your friends and hate everyone else. You want us to die, basically. That's what you're saying. Yeah, no, Eric, I get it. You just hate, yeah, you hate me, you hate Jacko, you hate Jas, and you hate whoever else in the other VC. You just hate us. You want us to die. You want to never see us again. You want to delete our, you want to like ban us from your server and everything. Yeah, I get it. I get it, Eric. Don't worry. I'll figure out a new browser eventually, but for now, I'm just gonna leave what I got. Alright, that's work. Nah, don't give us I love you guys. Some crocodile tear shit. I don't want to hear it. Because I hate Eric and they're stupid and dumb. Because Eric is stupid and dumb and they smell and I hate them. Also, Eric, I can confirm that because you live in the same state as me. So I can smell you all the way from here. You ain't safe from me. I could smell you all the way from here. You stink. Well, I should move progressively more to the left and just realizing that. Just gonna have her shift a bit. I showered. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you're still stinky. I think you're still stinky. Now me, I'm at the head.
Let's go.
We have like 3 different points with the toast, so we can overlap each other. No, it's still one. It's we don't have global rotation, so we still are just one axis. For wait, what do you mean specifically? Like different like options? Because you can swap these out now. I'm a little confused. It might just be your phrasing though. My bad. Just gonna offset these and notes. That's good. All right, arms. Arms are gonna be probably pretty simple because again, idle, so I'm not really doing anything too crazy.
Disco. 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 Let's go. I left my love in San Francisco. I left my love in San Francisco. I left my love in San Francisco.
Right on, man, my shoulders. I might stop stream after I finish anime Mina just because like I think I have stuff to do later. There's some stuff I need to do later, so I'm gonna see how much I can get done right now. Thanks, Eric. Oh, you mean a graph editor? Oh, we don't have a graph editor, no. Thank you. Thank you, Lit. Lunkek. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna say it's that. I don't know. I think I just got really efficient with my I think I just got really efficient with my like workflow. I guess probably why I'm able to work. I guess this probably could be a reason why. Bread inside my forehead. No. I ain't signing that crusty ass forehead of yours, Jacko. I got Max to do it. Ever watch Look Back? No. I don't watch a lot of movies. This is how you treat your fans. I'm like that Markiplier image was like real footage of Markiplier how Markiplier treats his fans. It's like fuck off, kid. Just like that, because I hate my fans. They're all stupid. Alright, gonna make the strings now. What I usually do is after I finish animating the body or character animation, I do the physics next because those are a little important. And after that, I do the face. Maybe.
Francisco. 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 Francisco.
Yes, it's good.
Francisco.
Alright, I was saying, wait, no, I got a minute here.
Francisco.
What exactly are you talking about, Jess? Oh, never mind. My bad. Alright. You might have noticed this when I showed the short off earlier, but something I like doing is I also like just doing just forced perspective on the what's it called? The ponytail. So that way it like sticks out of the side of her head. I did that a lot. You can notice that a lot in a lot of the shots for the video. Like it protrudes out. Forced perspective is really fun. I do it a lot. It's a pain in the ass to do, especially in Minimator, but like after a bit it gets a little easier. DMs, hold up. No, I didn't mean to open that. No, it's a lethal launcher for game things. That's not a fine camera. Bend part, and after that I can get to the face finally. I don't know who that is. Oh, no, check out. No.
Let's go. That's okay. I was bored anyway. I was bored anyway.
It's good. Alright, now onto the face, finally.
Let's go.
Nah, too fast.
Let's go. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Does this work? What? Right back.
I was bored. I was bored. Disco, disco, disco. Disco.
Now it's eye darts.
Disco.
Alright, and I think she's done. Probably got more set. Actually, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna finish up the set for this kind of bare. Really bare bones. So I'm gonna quickly do some more set building for this real fast. I know I just need that, unfortunately. Ooh, actually, hold up. What's that one block that has like really cool like formations on it? I don't remember what it's called. Why in the world does the magma block look like that? I'm not even gonna bother. What's that block called? It's newer blocks are probably more down here. Clay Terracotta, that's what it was. is this block because it looks pretty. Also, I'm probably gonna make this 4x3 instead. Probably change up the resolution of this camera to 4x3. And I'll just put like a table or something. Something quick and easy. I'll also re-import this because there's not really a need to hide it anymore. I'm at this purple blue because it's gonna be Mina. Alright, now I'm just import a table. What's the bedside table look like? That's gonna be pretty useful later, but not really neat. Wooden desk, that's yeah, that works. This is gonna be really weird just because it's not really anything crazy. Also a window, sure. And with that, I am done with the animation for this.
I left my
Alright, and this is the final scene.
love in San Francisco.
Oh man, I forgot to figure that. Oh, whoops. And now that's basically how this is how the scene's gonna play out.
I left my love in San Francisco.
I'm also probably gonna have to render out the projection cameras in a lower frame rate, probably like 12 or something. Which I'll do. You can't really split 30 into their halves on like 15. Shoot. Shit, it's 1 to 24. I'll just click the cement remote for myself. Also, for some reason, okay, I use this version of my mirror, right? But the main problem with it is that the markers duplicate themselves, which add on to lag. And every time I try deleting it, there's a chance this happens or it just straight up crashes. So I just have to reboot my mirror. Also, the restart thing doesn't even work either. Restart doesn't even work either. At least in this version, at least it's fixing the newer ones, but I don't really use them. Let me reboot this project. No, let me delete all these markers because I'm pretty sure they got duplicated like 2 other times. I don't know why the marker duplication glitch even happened. It just kind of does that. And it really bloats your project over time, makes them unrunnable.
Love in San Francisco.
Also, I'm gonna add some also extra detailing. I'm gonna add some blinds. Window blinds. Put that in the map here. Then move that back here. I don't know if that's too big. I don't think I can scale it down a bit. I don't think anyone knows. I don't think anyone really minds, or Border Collie would especially not mind. So I'm just gonna move that down, and then yep, that's all good. I'll have to fix stuff in the way where you won't see the red inside. I'll probably fix the lighting though, but I still want to fix it anyway.
I left my
Alright. And now this is done.
my love in San Francisco.
Now I gotta do this 3 other times. Yay! Oh, I'm not gonna enjoy this, but oh well. I had to push him first somehow.
I left my love in San Francisco. I left my love in San Francisco.
Just delete all these. There's also some extra stuff in the resource tab.
I left my love.
I'll say I'm probably gonna do the spotlight idea. So I'm probably gonna have to set up. Should I set up now? I'll just set up another time. I'll just keep the projection here though. I'll get projections in this file though. Temp. Reference.
In San I left my love in San Francisco.
Anyway, what's the song called? San Francisco by Falshi Jen. Alright, let me run this out. Alright, well, I'll figure this out later. I'll probably do the actual projection part later today for this scene. So I'm just gonna separate that now. Somewhere in here. I should probably saving this in the San Francisco file itself. Alright, so I can delete that. I should probably also drag the audio file with it. I'm gonna have 2 versions, one with Mina, one with Gabriel, and then 2 with the kid versions as well. The second one's actually gonna be longer. It's gonna be like a longer projection, because that's gonna be. Because I apparently hate myself, so that's how it's gonna work. What is it? Oh yeah, tempo.
Disco.
Oh yeah.
Disco.
I might also have to light this now, just so. Actually, no. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. I'm gonna light these. I'm just gonna light this just because I have to render this out in a specific way. This would be the I usually don't like shots like this. Like, I don't really like shots this early, especially when I haven't even finished the rest of the video. I save lighting for last, but I feel like since with the way I'm gonna do this, it's pretty necessary. So you get also a free light. You get also a little bit of a little video demonstration be doing lighting if you want. Isn't that sweet? I'm gonna do lighting as like a deep blue. Lighting for this is probably gonna be a deep blue, so keep that going. Use some PBRs because they look pretty. I recently redid lighting again after like a month. I haven't done a render since I didn't do anything lighting related since like the 21st of last month. So it's been a while. It was a while since I actually did some lighting, but I did it recently and I actually did a really good job. So I think at least I did a really good job. So I'm gonna use that as my just little thing of saying I still got this. So I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna see if that stays through though, because I'm very stupid. So we're gonna see if I can still light something after that one example from yesterday. By the way, how do you beat procrastination? I kind of just have to get myself to work. I don't really know how to describe it other than that. I literally just kind of get myself to work after a bit. Like, I take a bit of a break, I go on my phone, or I do something else, like maybe homework, and then I get back to animating. This line's gonna be real simple. No problem. This line's gonna be like butt fuck simple, so it's not really gonna be anything like too major that I'm doing. So it's like not gonna be anything like surreal. It's not gonna be anything like really good like my other lighting, I think. So it's just gonna be really simple, like this. I could do some extra effects. Actually, I'll do film grade. I'll do film grade, though. I'm not sure how well that's going to show up in Final Export. I could also just edit these and export them out later, but actually, I'm going to do that just because I can do semi effects. Oh, I didn't set that correctly. I'm back. Alright. Got this scene. I'd say it's all good. Could add a backlight to her so that way she's more illuminated on the side. She's not that dark. I'm just gonna darken this more because I need to. It's gonna be Love Writer and Final Exports. I'm gonna do a lot of editing, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, lighting's done. I'm gonna export this out now. Actually, first I need the camera resolution. I'm gonna keep these pretty low quality because there's not really a point in making them like 4K because they're supposed to be projections. Alright. This shouldn't be too long. Actually, I realized I might have set the depth of field up wrong because she's a bit blurry. No, that feels so right. I don't really know why she's so blurry, but yeah. Alright. Now it's actually what this for this time. Oh shoot, I didn't write my name properly. Alright, and while that exports, I'm gonna call the stream for there. That was pretty I think it was pretty productive today. I got technically 2 scenes done. And thank you guys for coming. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna try stream more often. Maybe during like summer. Probably definitely during the summer. I'm gonna stream more often. But for now, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'll try posting more progress. Do a backflip now. Oh, okay. I just did. It was really fast. We can't see it. Anyway, I'll post more progress on the solo when I can. Thank you. I'll try posting more progress on solo when I get more, like, either time for it or I actually animate more for it. I'll post stuff eventually about it on my YouTube page, on my YouTube Play Community tab, but other than that, I think I'm good. I think I've shown a good amount for now. I don't have a release date for it yet because I'm still animating. I'm, like, barely halfway done. So, only time I'm in Discord calls is with friends because I don't really trust. It's kind of a trust thing. I don't really trust a lot of people, like, outside of my friends for stream stuff. So usually I usually limit my streams to friends, unfortunately. But I don't know. If I ever feel like I can trust people enough, I'll do a public call. But for right now, that's how it's gonna be. But for right now, I'm gonna call the stream now. Thank you everyone for coming. I'll post more progress when I can, and that's pretty much it. See you guys later. Goodbye.